Hey, everybody. Hello, happy Tuesday. Okay, I'm here live unexpectedly early for the live today. I honestly thought, oh, I can have the same live time. But then my son reminded me as soon as he got in the car, because I have his conferences this afternoon, and he told me a different time for them. And I'm like, what? I thought I set them for this other time. He's like, no, mom, they're for this time. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that changes things. So here we are. Let me share this into the Bling Boutique. Okay. Well, changes things. So here we are. Let me share this. Just wait. The button's not working. Share this into the group. So I apologize. I thought I was going to be able to go live at 4. I thought, and that's not happening. You guys, I want to know, am I the only one when you're prepping to go on vacation? Am I the only one where it's like the week that you're prepping to go to vacation or anything like that, that it's just like a zillion things get added to your calendar and then it's just a little out of control? Is it just me? Is it just me? Or I want to know. I don't think it's just me. Um, hello, talk to me in the comments. All right. Hey, we got some YouTubers. Hello, Callie. Hello, Carol. All right, I see some names. It is Talk About It Tuesday, where I answer the questions you have about the business. Now, if you didn't get a chance to ask me a question in my post about my business or any of that stuff, you can pop it into the comments and I will try to get it answered. Yes, it's a never ending list, Callie. And this just happens to be the week that my kids have conferences and open house and all of the things. And then I got to make sure that I have everything set for Melvin and just all the stuff. Oh, and I was even going to go and have a massage tomorrow night, but honestly, I had to cancel. I had to cancel because I'm like my cup overfloweth. And I'm just like, well, you're just gonna have to do it when we get back. Which will be just fine. Okay, before I get to your questions for Talk About It Tuesday, exciting things happened today. One exciting thing is that BOGO. I'm like, where did that come from? They just announced this morning at 6 in the morning. And in fact, my phone started blowing up. I'm like, what is happening? What? BOGO? Listen, this is amazing. So the first time they're doing BOGO with our brand new collection, you guys. So here's how it works. You can use our incredible sale where you can buy 2 least expensive that unlocks up to 4 higher end items at half. Okay. When you spend 90 within that 2 and 4, when you spend 90, you could hit 90 with 2 items, you could hit 90 with 3 items. It just depends. You'll be able to hit that pink, magical pink box. You can click on that. Once you add the things to your cart that add up to 90, a pink box pops up. It's magical, you guys. Trust me, it's magical. You click on that, you can add anything to your cart of any value and get it for $35. So I'm wearing part of the Zoe bracelets. These are the rest of them. Okay. You could add the Zoe bracelets to your cart for only 35 when you tap that magical pink button. And then once you click that magical pink button and you add your Zoe bracelets, which you will see the price slashed out and it'll say 35 instead of 100 something. Once you add that to your cart, then another magical pink box pops up. I'm telling you, they're magical. Trust me. Another one pops up, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to add an item valued up to 100 for free. So you could add in that Ivy bracelet for free, my friends. That's BOGO. And it's only good through tomorrow. Tomorrow night, midnight, wherever you are, midnight. Well, okay, but my link might not be active, the one that's in the description. So the one that's in the description, the link, that's going to be active through tomorrow evening. Not in the midnight. Listen, I need to go to bed at some point. But if you're ever browsing, and if you're ever browsing on something, you're looking for a link, if something doesn't work in one of my things, always go to my link tree and just use my general website. That is in that link tree that's at the bottom of my description of the video. So you guys, we're talking all about Park Lane Jewelry today. So they just announced BOGO, short limited time through tomorrow night. And great way to grab those items up to 100 for free. And then they also announced an extra $200 in your kit when you say, yeah, let's test drive this business. What? Yeah, so you can go and you can go and if you say, yeah, okay, I do want to test out this business, we can get your kit ordered for you. And for $129, you'll actually get to pick out $700 in jewelry. And then once you do that, we'll be able to set up a party in your name. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to grab all the hostess benefits and you'll get paid off of that party. Win, 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 win. And then you'd be helping me out with Costa Rica, you guys, because listen, that's the trip we're earning right now is Costa Rica. So yeah, you'd also be helping a girl out with that. Oh my gosh, so many exciting things. So $700 in jewelry for $129, and you get a paycheck on your first orders on your website, on your party, and all the things. I mean, say yeah. If you just want to test it out. I was talking to somebody today and I was like, oh my gosh, you could just do this and this. And she's like, really? I was thinking that I'd have to do so much more. And I'm like, no, no. So if in your mind you're thinking like, oh, I have to run my business like Seisha. Oh, I have to do all the lives. Oh, I have to. You don't. You really don't. You can run your business however you want to. If running your business means like I have a website I get to shop that I get paid on, fine. If running your business means like, oh, I'm just going to show my link to my friends once in a while, all right, cool. If running your business to you means like, okay, I'm going to have some home parties or I am going to meet out some ladies for happy hour and show them jewelry, or you want to do the online thing, I can help you with that. All right. So it looks different for absolutely everybody. And that's the beautiful thing about Park Lane. So, okay, let's get to your questions. But don't miss out on that extra 200. That's amazing. Plus the BOGO. Okay. All right. Honestly, if you have friends that would love the BOGO and you're even slightly interested in the business, we should talk like now. Like yes. Okay, here we go. My questions we're talking about it Tuesday. If you did not post a question and you're interested and you're on live with me, and you'll know I'm live because it'll say live in the corner. If you have a question for me, you can pop it in the comments and hopefully I get to it. But I got to do this quick because I have to go to my kids' conferences, learn all about what Parks needs to do and what he's doing awesome at. All right, here we go. Question number one. Lisa wants to know, does somebody monitor your Facebook page while you're on vacation? Just curious. So, no, not really monitor it. I am the type of person where honestly, you guys are family. Everybody who is in my bling boutique, that's the page she's talking about. Everybody who's in my blank boutique, y'all are kind of family. So I'm going to still post here and there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Listen, I will be shutting things off for a little bit here and there, but I like to keep my foot on the gas pedal because if I don't, I might miss out on something, which means you might miss out on something. And I don't want that to happen. Because like today, they announced BOGO. That's a huge deal. If they do something like that while I'm on vacay and you aren't getting notifications from Facebook or from Park Lane in general, and you get your notifications from me, I don't want you to miss out on that. So I will keep my foot on my gas pedal of my business while I'm gone. It's just going to look a little bit different. But I just want you guys to know in the background as you're watching and you're knowing like I'm out of town, but I'm still kind of showing up online. We can schedule things out, you guys. A lot of our things, like I schedule things out so I already know it's going to be posting when I need it to post and stuff like that. So but I will be showing up in the comments here and there just because you guys are family. All right, well, we'll still be talking. But nobody really monitors my page. All right, Annie wants to know, you're so organized on how you run your business and on top of everything, what's your secret advice? Faking it till I make it. That's my secret advice. Can I get an amen in the comments? Um, Oh, Annie, you're so sweet. I really, I don't know if being on top of everything is the right word for my business. I do my best to stay proactive versus reactive in my business. Am I always like that? No, not always. I'm going to be honest, I'm human, right? I'm not always proactive in what I do with my business, but it's always better to be proactive versus reactive, right? And I try to do that better this year than I have in the past. So I wouldn't say I'm organized, but I will tell you this. We here in the Grace and Grid organization, that means like we're underneath the Mary Grace umbrella. Like she's my incredible executive company VP. Gosh, I love her to death. She's amazing. And she sets up so many things for us, and where we can almost have an automatic business, meaning um we have a graphics designer person. Hello, everybody on the YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for commenting. We're talking all about Park Lane Jewelry today, and I got a wonderful winger. Look at that. But Mary Grace has set it up where she has a graphics person that creates a bunch of graphics for us to use. And I know exactly what I'm going to post on every single day of the week of the month from this graphics person because she's already taken care of it for us, right? And then we have things already done for us. So it's just kind of a plug and play kind of business, where we don't have to recreate the wheel. We don't always, I like to create my own graphics for certain things. So there's that. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to because things are already going to be done for you. Yeah, we like to have it a very clear cut, done for you kind of business. So, and that's another thing that I think some people draw back from saying yes or trying to lean in is because they might think like, oh, I have to do all that creating or whatever. No, you don't. You really don't, my friends. Um, yeah. So, but it's funny, you so organized. How do you run your business, stay on top of everything? What's your secret advice? I will tell you this. Here's a fun little story for you guys. My very first jewelry party I ever did, I faked it till I made it. Okay. I went in there, I set up my jewelry, I had my phone right beside me, and my leader at the time knew I was doing my first party on my own. And so I told her, I'm like, okay, you're going to be available if all of a sudden I need you, right? She's like, yep, I'll be available. So I'm like, all right, sweet. So I ran the party the best I could. And we had a question and answer time. And I didn't skip over that just because it was the first party on my own. I did it. And, people asked me questions. And if I did not know the answer, I would just say, you know what? I'm going to get back to you on that. I'm going to check in with my leader so I know exactly the correct answer to give you, and I'm going to get back to you on that. That's what I did. And you betcha. If I didn't know how to answer some question, and it's just jewelry. It is just jewelry. This is not brain surgery. Seriously, it's just jewelry. So if I did not know everything, that's okay. And I went into that first party knowing like I'm not going to know everything and all of that. And I'm just going to wing it and I'll answer their questions as best as I possibly can. If I can't, I'm going to be honest and be like, you know what? I need to look that one up. I will get back to you. That's what I did. That's what I did on my first party on my own. We're talking 18 plus years ago in home parties. All right. So fake it till you make it. And I totally did. And the one of the ladies asked me that night, I remember this so clearly because it was this first party. She's like, oh my gosh, how long have you been doing this business? And I smiled, I looked at the clock and I said 30 minutes. And she's like, no, for reals, because that's how long the party had been going so far. I said, no, 30 minutes. And she's like, no, 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 for reals. How long have you been doing this? And then the hostess piped up and flat out said, this is her very first party she's ever done on her own. She's only been doing it for 30 minutes. Nobody had any idea. Nobody had any idea. You know, sometimes you just got to have the attitude like, I'm not going to know all the answers, and that's okay. It's just jewelry. It's just jewelry. I'm going to look it up. If I don't know how to do something, it'll be fine. And I think that general attitude that I have um, has helped me out a lot in life, you know? 'Cause it's like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be just fine. So I think sometimes when you don't have that kind of an attitude to approach something like this, you get hung up a little bit. Anywho's, all right. Last question for Talk About It Tuesday is, how often do you do lives and do they monitor you? Um, I try to do lives Monday through Friday. In the summertime, it's Monday through Thursday because usually Fridays we are off at our camper. Um, I try to do my best to do Monday through Friday lives. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes I get off my schedule. Sometimes it's just not possible because, kid activities or life, and that's okay. Um, and do they monitor me? I think you're talking about the home office. I have no idea. I have no idea if they do or not. Hello, if they do. How you guys doing? I don't think so, but if they do, okay, great. I really have no idea. Um I maybe you're asking that question because I get the jewelry early, so I can do pictures and reels and social media things like that. And maybe you think maybe they're checking in on me and making sure I'm not showing it off to the world. Trust me, I don't. I don't show you guys anything that I shouldn't. I don't. Um, I will show you sneak peeks, but the sneak peeks that I show you are things that other stylists have earned, that other stylists are already wearing out into the world. And they're things that I have earned just as everybody else has earned. Okay. So it's kind of like a preview item. Um, I'm not breaking the rules when it comes to that kind of stuff because, like, they've also earned it. They all have the jewelry. And, Park Lane's not going to mail us out some prizes that we earned and be like, don't show it yet. Not when it's sending worldwide, right? So, yeah, I don't know if they monitor me or not, but if they do, hello everybody. How are you guys doing? See you in Cancun. Yeah. All right. If anybody else has questions, pop it in the comment section. Let me know. Do it fast. Because I'm going to recap the very beginning of the live that I talked about really fast here because I see some people popping on and they're a little late. Hello. So they just announced today the BOGO on BOGO was announced. I was like, what's happening? So you can use our incredible special, buy two, get up to four at half. Your higher ends at half off. And then you can get a bonus buy valued up to whatever you want for $35. After you add the $35 item, you can add anything to your cart and grab it for free, valued up to $100. So I was talking about getting your cart up to 90 where you can get your Zoe bracelets. Okay, I'm wearing part of them. Your Zoe bracelets for 35. And then after you add those for 35, another pink box is going to pop up and you can add something like the Ivy in for free. That's incredible. Brand new item. Basically, I know it's been live for like a month, but hello, still kind of new. But they announced that, and then they also announced an extra $200 in your starter kit. If you say, yeah, let's try things out and lead in, that's only good through Wednesday, through tomorrow. So if you're even curious about getting $700 in jewelry and what it might look for you, let's chat and let's have a real conversation. Seriously, just hit me up in the DMs and I would love to talk to you more about it. Because I think sometimes we forecast what we think it really is, and then you hear, and then you're like, wait, that's all it is? Okay. And then it takes the edge off. And you're like, oh, okay, I could do that. Really, send me a DM. You might be surprised at some information that we have for you. So, yes. And you'd be helping out earn Costa Rica. Let's be honest. That's what that right now we are all earning Costa Rica right now. And that is a dream destination of mine. And you bet your buns we're going. All right, friends, that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm off to some teacher parent conferences and then haircuts and so much more happening today. It's only Tuesday. So I'll be live tomorrow. Earlier, probably earlier. So expect an unexpected live time tomorrow. Because all of the things. All right, see you guys later. Bye.